Okay. So, okay, guys. So we are here with Mo, the photographer. He's a skater and he's part of the media team, um, of Novel Esports. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah, Noble Esports, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, we're gonna be interviewing him today. This is episode 8, of the SA Gamers podcast. So welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much for having me.
No problem. So for those who are not familiar with the work, can you tell the viewers how it all started and what made you get into the gaming community?
Cool. So, my name is Mo. Some people know me as MT because that's my gamer tag. Um, what got me into the gaming community? I would say that it was at age 2017. I was
Yeah.
staying in Pretoria at the time, and I've never been to Rage before, and I always saw like photos of it and videos of the event, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, I'm here." It's happening now, so I need to go. So I hit up a
Mm,
friend of mine. I was just like, "Yo, dude, let's go today." So we went to Rage, and that was like an eye opener for me. It was like it was my first time really experiencing the gaming community as like a
mm,
whole unit together. And I
yeah.
also remember that they were having one of the Counter Strike tournaments, like the finals that day and stuff. And I
Mm,
remember watching it. And at the time, I used to play like Overwatch just casually, but that
okay.
was like my first like competitive FPS that I used to play.
Mm,
So I was like an Overwatch boy. I consider myself an Overwatch boy.
yeah.
But the only hero I used to play was Soldier 76. Yeah, Soldier. It was the only guy, so I didn't really get into the whole learning the meta and stuff. But then I saw Counter Strike and I was just like, yo, this game is dope. This game looks so cool. And
Mm,
then like later on near the end of the year, I got myself the game, and then I started playing Counter Strike a lot more. But
mm,
2018 was also my matric year as well, so there
yeah.
was that conflict of interest. It was like, okay, I gotta focus on school, but I want to learn like my smokes and stuff. Like I gotta
Yeah.
get good at the game. And then I joined like a couple of clans here and there. It
Mm,
wasn't really good. Competed in the DGL, but we didn't get really anywhere. Like we didn't get to like Premier or like First Division and stuff.
mm,
But Counter Strike was my FPS game that I used to play and stuff. And then I moved back to Cape Town in 2019, and I still wasn't really like embedded in the gaming community in South Africa.
yeah.
But it was when a close friend of mine, good friend of mine, Fakey, shout out to Fakey,
Mm,
he invited me with to ATK Arena because they
mm,
recently opened up, like they moved and they became
yeah.
ATK Arena. And they were having one of their Counter Strike LAN tournaments and stuff. And he knew I was
Mm,
into Counter Strike, and it's just like, yo, do you want to come with? I'm gonna go there. You can check out the place and stuff. And I was like, yeah, let's go. It was really exciting. And that day when I went to the tournament was actually the first day that I met someone that I used to play Counter Strike with back when I was like in the lower ranks,
yeah.
like someone I used to jam with in Nova 1, Nova 2 days, and I was just like, "Yo, is that you?" And she's like, "Is that you?" And we met each other, and that was really
Yeah.
exciting because it's like I've only known that person online and like
Mm,
through Counter Strike, and it's like meeting the person like in real life, and it's just like, "Wow,
yeah.
this is crazy." Yeah, and then when I went to that event, I also took my camera with and stuff because I was still like
Mm,
into photography, and then I took a couple of photos for them, and then I sent it through
mm.
to the events manager, and she was just like, "Yo, these photos are so cool and stuff. Would like you to take more photos of our events and stuff." And I was like, "Yeah, of course I'm gonna do that." Um, and then yeah, that's really when I got into the gaming community, was
Mm,
that you know tournament, that Counter Strike tournament, and just like
yeah.
taking photos at that like event. And then further on, I was just that's kind of how I got into the whole like photography, esports photography thing, was just like taking photos at events at ATK. And
Mm.
yeah, that's how I got into esports photography and also the gaming community as well. I don't know if I answered your question.
You did. You did. You answered two
Amazing.
questions actually. Yeah.
Sick.
Um. So I wanted to ask you. I see you have the Novel Esports hoodie on. Could you
Oh,
tell us how did you get into the team? Did you have to send your portfolio or did they pick you up?
so It was near like the beginning of 2020, I think,
Mm,
or the end of 2019. I can't remember the exact date and stuff. And I was scrolling through Facebook actually, and then I
yeah.
saw that Nibble, because I was part of the one of the South African gaming community groups on Facebook. I
Mm,
can't remember the name. And then they posted like this into the group saying that they were looking for like photographers, videographers, graphic designers, a whole long list and stuff. And then I
mm,
got into contact with him, and I was just like, hey, like here's my portfolio of esports work that I did, the previous year. And they were just like, oh, your work's really good. Then I had an interview with the owner Keegan,
mm.
and yeah, and then from there, that's kind of how I just became part of the media team. I sent through my portfolio, and they were just like, sick, man. So yeah,
Okay, cool. So, some people might think that photography is very easy when they watch you doing it. Um,
yeah,
they might tell you, no, I can just pick it up. I can just pick up the camera and do the same thing because it looks so easy. What advice would you give to beginner content creators that want to get into vlogs or whatever sort of thing that is in the
yeah.
photography category?
Okay. Um, I would always say to anyone, like, have technical knowledge of what it is that you're doing, whether
Yeah,
it's both video or photography and stuff like that. Understand the bare necessities, which is like understanding your exposure, what makes a good composition, how to
yeah,
tell like a story through your composition and through storytelling, the basics of photography. Because what I see a
mm,
lot of people do is they don't really know how to take a good photo.
mm,
You can take a photo, anyone can take a photo, but you know how to take a good photo, like a
yeah,
meaningful image. um and the same applies with like video as well. Like, tell a story, add emotion to it.
yeah,
Because in essence, the way I see it is, yes, it's on one end, it's one's craft, but at the same time it's also an art form as well.
yeah,
So there has to be that balance between the two. So advice that I would give to any content creator, that's either vlogging or wants to get into photography, is understand and master your basics. Because if you don't
mm,
have like a solid foundation in your basics, then it's kind of going to be like all over the place. So you need to like solidify yourself down and just be like, okay, I know my basics, I know what everything does, I can use the equipment that I have to its
yeah,
fullest because I know what I'm doing and stuff. So yeah,
mm.
that's very important. Know your basics, know your fundamentals.
Okay, cool. So, um, what? Obviously, you look like you like what you're doing. So what is the best part of your job, and what do you look forward to do when you need to cover something?
um the best part of my job is just like executing the ideas that I have in my head. Like when I was shooting for 80K
Yeah.
in 2019, like for every event that I had, I always so I kind of like memorized 80K in terms of which PC has what angle and who's sitting
Mm,
where. So like a lot of the tournaments that ATK had, and a lot of the tournaments that I shot majority was from the Fortnite community.
yeah.
So I got to interact and meet a lot of the people within the Fortnite community and stuff. So over time I kind of became aware and cognizant of like, okay, cool, this person's over here, that person's over here. Okay, cool, he's playing
Mm,
over there. Oh, I see him over there. Okay, cool, I know he's good, and stuff like that. And then analyzing and knowing exactly who's sitting where and like what kind of shot I kind of want to go for and what kind of story I want to tell. And
yeah.
so the thing that I enjoy most about that and doing that when going to an event, when I'm shooting an event or executing a concept, is like
Mm,
bringing all of my ideas to life and kind of like manifesting that.
yeah.
So I know, okay, cool, I'm gonna go with this particular style. I want to take like this kind of style shot, so I'm gonna look for it, and when you see the opportunity and I can get that moment to execute it, and just like in the right moment, take the photo. Like
Mm,
that's the most rewarding thing for me. That's really exciting because when I go back and I'm like busy editing and sending the photos off, I'm just like, oh, I got the shot, and that's
yeah.
that's very rewarding. Being a photographer, just seeing your ideas in your head become executed and manifested into like an actual image. That just hypes me up, you know.
Okay, cool. So when you go on a job, you obviously have equipment. So what are the three must-have pieces of equipment that you take to your job?
Uh, must have your backup memory cards, bro. Like you can never have too many memory cards. I'm telling you, you run out of space too much. Hey, so if I'm shooting for an event like a flash,
Yeah.
because sometimes with esports photos, like it gets super dark, and I don't like shooting with a flash that much. But
Mm,
sometimes it's a necessity. Like a flash is important.
yeah.
Memory cards as well. You said three things, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So if I'm shooting an esports event, then flash is important. It's good for group shots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Memory cards, yes. Um, extra batteries, but if I'm out on a location shoot, you're the third one, a reflector. 5-in-1 reflector, that's my bread and butter, literally. Like if I've got a reflector, then I know, okay, cool, I'm sorted. Your reflectors help, eh? So yeah, sorry, I gave you four things, but
It's fine.
uh,
So, for people who is starting out as photographers, what are the 5 tips that you can give them when they going to gaming events, their very first
gaming
gaming
events.
event?
Okay. 5 tips. Number one, be friendly. So I like my if you have to ask the people at Noble or
Mm,
something, like they know that one of my life philosophies is just be lekker. Like be a daedalic person,
yeah.
be lekker with everyone. A problem that you have within the gaming community in South Africa, unfortunately, is everyone has like attitudes. It's like, oh, look at me. Like, nah, bro, like bring it down. Just be lekker. Be nice to everyone. So that's the first one. Be a genuine person. Be a genuine person. Number two, um, uh, number two, know the game that you're shooting. Like,
Yeah.
or just know about it. Like, do some research about it if you want to like photograph it, because
Hmm.
like you could be this actually happened to me with one of the Dota events. Like, so I'm more FPS based.
Okay.
Like I played like FPS games, stuff like that. So when ATK had a Dota event, I was just like, I don't understand this game. So I actually
Yeah.
had to research about Dota and stuff, and I'm like, what's this agent character hero's name? I don't know. So yeah, know the game that you're shooting. Um, bring a bottle of water. You're gonna get thirsty. Like like bring a bottle of water. Stay hydrated. Hydrate yourself.
Mm.
This is such a tough question. That really got me thinking. um, be open to communicate with people. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Yeah.
And this kind of ties in with number one. Like, allow yourself to communicate with people. And I don't want to use the word market yourself, but just engage with people, engage with the community. Don't go there with
Mm.
the objective of just like, oh, I'm gonna take photos because I want to do this and that. No, have like a genuine, sincere reason why you're going in there, and that should be like for the love of gaming.
Yeah.
You should have a passion for it, because if you don't have a passion for something, then it's just kind of like pointless that you're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
have a passion. So yeah, just be open to everyone and be like, yeah, have. And um the fifth one, wear black. Wear all black. Don't come with clothes with color. Hey, you gotta look as inconspicuous as possible. Like, no one should know that you're taking a photo of them, because the moment someone sees you pointing a camera, they literally go from like, I'm playing games, and then they see a camera and they're just like, mm, mm, and they just get stuff, and that does not make a good photo at all. So like, know how to be sneaky in a way. Like,
Mm.
take a photo of someone without them really knowing that you're taking a photo. So yeah, and one of my tips would be just wear all black, because you can blend in with the shadows and be very sneaky beaky like. So yeah,
Yeah.
those are my 5 tips.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So, for the second last question, I see you a skater on your Twitter profile, and I see
Yes,
in the
sir.
background as well. I'm a skater as well.
Dope.
I
Amazing.
usually go to Battery Parks one and Molnitins one, the shred.
Yo, yeah. Yes,
Um,
yes.
so do you skate like casually, or do you want to become a pro in it?
If you had to ask my 12-year-old self, he'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna become a pro skater and stuff. But now, I skate because it's like a stress reliever for me, and it's
Uh,
also like an exercise for me as well. Like it's good cardio, like it's good cardio. Like
yeah,
if anyone's watching this that skates, like you'll know, like skating it works your cardio. So no, I don't see myself becoming a professional skater. I skate very, very casually. I just go out and just enjoy myself, you know.
mm,
Um, I there is that competitive nature with skating. Because when you see someone do something, you're just like, yo, I also want to do that. So you go
yeah,
home and you like do research how to do this trick. Like, okay, cool, put your foot like this, put your foot like that, and then you go back to the skate park and you're just like, okay, cool, I'm gonna try it now. And
mm,
that's very nice because it has that like competitive nature in it. But no, I don't see myself going pro with skating. I just love skate culture. I love how much skateboarding has positively impacted like South Africa, and just the ability to bring people together and to uplift the community, and just
yeah,
like skate culture as a whole. Like I love it, and just I think South Africa has some amazing skaters. None of which I'm on the level. Like I'm not a good skater. Like let it be known, I cannot skate well, but I love it. So I'll go
mm,
out there and I'll always just have a good session and just chill, just relax, and just
yeah.
enjoy myself.
Okay, cool. So I'm sure you know what the main editing softwares are for like photography and that. But what free software would you recommend to people who's starting out?
Um, if I think really deeply about this,
Mm,
I would rather I would I would come with the assumption that everyone has a smartphone. With that being said, I know that Adobe Lightroom on the Play Store or the Apple the App
yeah.
Store, I don't know what I've yeah it's for free. You can download for free, and even though it does not have all the features that you would find on like a desktop version of Lightroom, it's still enough to make a photo or enhance your photo in post production.
Mm,
So I use it as well. Like if I can't like edit on my computer, I would use Lightroom on my phone because it's also free and stuff.
yeah.
And just because it's a powerful editing software.
Mm,
So Adobe Lightroom for mobile, the mobile version of Adobe Lightroom, like it's really it works, eh?
yeah. So before we end off, can you tell the viewers where they can find you?
Alright, so on my Instagram it's Mo underscore the photographer. On my Twitter, yes, it's MT with like 3 Y's. But I feel like I need to change my Twitter handle, but I just feel like people know me. Yeah, on Twitter it's MT with 3 Y's underscore ZA. MT spelled full, but then you capitalize the M and the T. And then can I just say for the
Yeah.
record, like I don't know if you know who Skara is. He's one of the ACGL admins
Uh-huh.
on his Twitter. Like he's being engaged with you a lot and stuff, and he made me feel so bad because I responded to someone like, how did you come up with your gamer tag or something? And then I wrote a whole long TED talk, and then he was just like Mo explaining how he got his gamer tag, and then he put like a meme photo on me. So it's kind of So I get very nervous when I speak about like MT, because it's just like, damn, bro, like But MT underscore ZA. Those are the two socials that I'm on most of the time.
Okay. So yeah, thanks. So thanks for being on the podcast and taking your time. And I hope we can chat more in the future.
Amazing, bro. Amazing. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you so
No
much.
problem,
I
bro.
really appreciate it.